Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah and greetings to everyone. Our next step is to compute the variable from the individual items. So if we look at the note that we have kept for our reference, the variable perceived ease of use is named as PEOU, and this variable will be computed from 3 items. So what we will do, we will take the average of these 3 values to get a value of this PEOU variable. Okay, so it is definitely mean of the 3 items taken here. For such computation, we have to go to the transform menu and click compute variable. Okay, so if we click compute variable, now the name of the variable will be, so you can see all the current variables and items here. So the target variable is because we will take the mean of these 3 PEOU measures items, okay, Q1, Q2 and Q3, to calculate the composite measure of PEOU. Therefore, we are providing the name PEOU, which is also our plan according to this note, this note. Okay, so PEOU is equals to, we are going to take the mean. So let us look for statistical. Okay, double click statistical, and then we have got mean here. So double click it, and then you can see we will have to provide the variables separated by comma, so that we can take the mean of all those variables to calculate the target variable. So therefore here let us replace it with PEOU Q1. Click this arrow and it will be there, then comma, click the second one, then again click the arrow separated by comma and click the third one, and you get the third one. Okay, so after that we just click OK, and what will happen now, we will get a new variable at the end, which is PEOU, and if we go to the data view, we will see that at the end we have come up with a PEOU variable, and now it can be considered as a continuous variable. Okay, therefore from now, while doing the analysis, we will be using this variable. Okay, so now let us provide the label of this variable. The label of this variable is perceived ease of use. So it will be perceived ease of use, and SPSS has automatically taken the decimal places and all these things, and which is okay, and we don't need any value definition because it is already scale variable, continuous or scale variable, so that is automatically done. Okay, so in the similar fashion, we will be calculating all other variables from the set of the items. Okay, so let us do it one by one. Compute variable from the transform, and then we are done with PEOU. So now let us do it for PUSFN. Okay, as planned here, PUSFN. So now our variable will be PUSFN, and because it is, the structure is already there, let us replace it by the items from here, the appropriate items, comma, click arrow, comma, and then click the variable, comma, and then OK. Now we will do one by one, and later on we will provide the labels in the same manner. Again, transform, compute variable, we will do it one by one. PRSK, replace these previous items. So prsk arrow comma select arrow comma and select arrow. Last one does not need any comma. Okay, so it will be calculated instantly. Then again compute variable. So the same process again and again. Now it will be sn and we'll replace the previous one. Sn arrow comma select arrow comma and then select arrow. Okay, then again transform compute variables. Sn is done, img and let us select to replace img1 arrow comma img2 arrow comma and img3 arrow. Okay, transform compute variable. After img we have trst, so trst and then trst1 arrow comma trst2 arrow comma and trst3 arrow. Don't forget to press the arrow. Okay, have a last check. If it is okay, then trst is done. Now again transform compute variable. So we have rdem. We are simply taking the mean of the 3 questions because all these 3 questions are actually targeting toward the same measurement. Different people understands the issue in different manner, so the standard procedure is to ask multiple questions and take the average. Some people also take the sum. In some cases median can also be more appropriate, but the standard process is to take the average. Transform compute variable. We have OQLT. Okay, OQLT. Delete OQLT1 comma OQLTQ2 comma and OQLTQ3. Okay, done. Then again transform compute variable. After OQLT we have JBRL. So to do that, again we select and then replace it by the appropriate items. JBRL, select arrow comma select arrow comma and select arrow. Okay, so JBRL is done. Now transform compute variable. The process is little bit boring, but once you do it, the later process will be more exciting. AISE. So AISE 1 comma okay, done. Then again transform compute variable. After AIAC we have AIANX. Where is AIANX? Yeah, here. comma, comma. Okay, done. Then transform compute variable enjt, enjt. Another easy way is, because our name also contain the same thing like enjt in every question. So what we can do, we can copy from here and control V. Let's see if it works. Control V, control V. Okay, so it must work. Actually, you can type the whole thing, not necessarily you have to take, but if you take from here using this arrow key, then there will be no mistake. So let's see if it is correct. If we get some data under this title, yeah, it is working, no problem. So after that, then we have one or two more enjt. Then what else? We have two more actually. Okay, plfn, plfn, control A, control C, control V, control V, control V. Okay, plfn. If it is not correct, then you will get error message. Anyway, and we have the last one. After plfn, we have bint, bint. Okay. So we have got all the computed variables from the items. So what we need to do, we need to label them. Other things are okay, because SPSS has automatically considered it, all these computed variables as a scale, so we don't have to change. We just need to, and we don't need any values because it is scale data. Okay, we need the values for categorical data, that means nominal or ordinal data. Okay, for this case we don't need. So now we just provide the labels. So what is pu? Okay, we have done PUSFN is actually perceived usefulness. So let me copy it and paste it very quickly. Then PRSK is the perceived risk. If we do not know the label, it will be difficult for us to explain, interpret the results. So what is SN? SN is subjective norm. SN is subjective norm. Okay. Then what is IMG? Image, better to type, small one. Okay. Then perceived trust, TRST is the perceived trust. Then RDEM is the demonstrability of results. Then OQLT is the quality of output quality, in fact. Anyway, JBRL is the job relevance. Okay, then AISE is the self efficacy. AISE, self efficacy related to AI. Okay, then remember we have actually changed a little bit the variables names, that we can do later, no problem. Self efficacy, then what else? AIANX, this is actually anxiety toward AI. Perceived enjoyment is ENJT. And then PLFN, PLFN is perceived playfulness, and last but not least BINT is the behavioral intention. Okay, so up to this, okay, now optional thing, as you know, improvement is continuous. Okay, so what we have done, we have actually changed the variable names a little bit for improving the preciseness and readability. So let us check one by one. PUSFN is okay, PRSK, then SN, IMG, TRST, then RDEM, OQLT, JBRL, AISE. Actually we have changed the name to ACF, so let us rename it SEF. Okay, SEF. Then AINX is renamed as ANXT. So ANXT. Then we have renamed that is okay. ENJT is the same. Then PLFN is also the same, and BINT is also the same. So now our variable computation of the variable from the survey items is done, and also labeling and providing values and overall defining of variable is done. And we have all the items as well as all the variables here. So now the data can be saved. Actually you could save it frequently, no problem with that, but at this stage don't forget to save it. So you normally what I do, I save it in two forms. One is in the SPSS data format and another one is the CSV. So at first let me save it in SPSS format. The reason we save it in CSV is probably sometimes we may need to use the data in another software. So CSV is universal and you can use it in any software. So now what should be the name? The name will be step 4 if you want to mention the step by step renaming. Okay, 222 333 dash ABC EFG THR, whatever name, and then it will be saved as the SPSS data file by default. And if we go to the file location, we can see that it is already saved as .sav. This is the SPSS format. Now if we want to export it in another format, so we can click file and then export and then click CSV data. So that will help us to save it in an universal format. Okay, so if you give the name, then save it. And if you go there in the if we go there in the file location, you can see we have a CSV file that can be opened by Excel or any other software. Okay, and you can see all the newly calculated variables are also here. So at this stage we have two files, ready files. The files are ready for analysis. One is the CSV format data and another one is the SPSS data in SAV format. Okay, so that's all for now. Thank you very much. See you again in the next step. No, and we have already saved the data, so no worry about that. Thank you very much.